So I just got to Colorado. And honestly, the way this all came together feels kind of wild because this wasn't something that I planned, not even a little bit. My childhood friend who lives in southern Colorado, she reached out and asked if I could come and stay at her place and pet sit for a month while she travels out of the country. And then my sister, who also lives here, just in a different part of Colorado, she asked if I could pet sit for her in May, back to back. And I remember thinking, what are the odds? If you're new here, let me introduce myself. I'm Rhonda Taylor. And at 52, I sold everything I owned, bought a one way ticket, and spent 9 years living and working across more than 30 countries as a full time digital nomad. But over the past year, my income changed in ways I didn't expect. So I've been rebuilding while finding my way back to solo travel and the next version of this life where I can live and work from anywhere again. This channel is where I document midlife reinvention in real time, the financial realities, the hard decisions, and what starting over actually looks like when you're in your 50s and 60s. If you're a woman in midlife trying to figure out what comes next, you're in the right place. So, for me, moments like this don't feel random. They feel like life opening a door, not with some big announcement, just very clearly. And the timing of this, honestly, couldn't have been better. And I've spent a lot of time in Arizona rebuilding, working, repurposing, trying to get my footing back. And I'm genuinely grateful for that season. I really needed it. But I also feel like this came at exactly the right moment. Like the universe was saying, here, take a breath, get a little break, move around again, come back to yourself. And that's what this really feels like. And being here in Colorado feels especially meaningful because this kind of nature is familiar to me and it does something for me. The trails, the dog walks, the air, the pace, just being outside like this again, that's the kind of environment that really fuels my soul. It brings me back to life. It brings me back to life in a way that it's kind of hard to explain unless you've felt it too. And I think that's part of why this feels like more than just a pet sit. You see, hi, Jake. This feels like a reminder that even while I'm rebuilding, life can still surprise me, that doors can still open, that I don't have to force every next step. Sometimes I just have to notice what's showing up and be willing to say yes. And this time I did. And I also wanted to say this because I think it matters. I don't take any of this lightly. I know how supported I've been in this season. And I know what it means to have people in my life who open their homes, make space for me, and help me make moments like this possible. And I feel a lot of gratitude for that. But I also know this. Sometimes the next step doesn't always arrive as a big plan. Sometimes it arrives as an invitation, a small opening, a real opportunity. And the question isn't always, where is this leading? Sometimes the question is simply, will I trust it enough to move? This time, I did. So I don't know exactly where all of this is leading yet. I'm still rebuilding, still figuring things out. but I do know this feels like the right step. And right now, I'm going to take full advantage of being here to walk, to breathe, to be in nature, to let this place give something back to me. If you've ever had a moment where life opened a door for you right when you needed it to, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want to follow along as I keep building this next chapter, please subscribe. And if you're also in a season of rebuilding too, I created something that might help. I'll leave it in the comments. Until next time, rebuild boldly and live fully.